Good morning, friends. Welcome to online course on advanced microcontroller and its applications. Today, we are going to discuss assembly language programs. We are not going to discuss assembly language programs, but also we are going to understand these programs with the help of MPLAB software. So let's discuss the statement of today's assembly language program. The statement is like this: write an assembly language program for P18F458 microcontroller to add two 8-bit numbers for the following conditions and also explain flags affected. Okay, so we have to add two 8-bit numbers. We have to go for addition of two 8-bit numbers. Let's check what are the condition. First condition is take two 8-bit numbers as an immediate data and add them. This is what first condition. Second, add two numbers stored at RAM location 30H and 50H and save the result in RAM location 70H. Okay, here we have to save the data in these two memory location, and then after addition result we have to save in 70H, RAM location 70H. Then last condition is add two 8-bit numbers stored at RAM location 101H and 205H. Store the result at RAM location 400H. Here we have to change the register banks. Okay, and then we have to go for addition. Okay, so here we will understand how to how to shift the register banks. Okay, so also we have to explain the flags after the addition. Okay, arithmetical operation. So this is what the first statement. The first statement is take two 8-bit numbers as an immediate data and add them. So let's consider the immediate data as 30H and 50H. This is what I have considered. You can consider any 8-bit data, no problem. So 30 and 50H are in hexadecimal. So the binary of 30H is like this: 0011 0000, and binary of 50H is 0101 0000. Let's go for binary addition of these two numbers. So here we will get 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 0 0. Next 1 plus 1 0 and carry is 1. Okay, then 1 plus 0 1 and 1 plus 1 0, carry 1. Again here 1 plus 1 0, carry 1, and lastly 0 plus 1 1. So this is the binary of ATH. Okay, so this is what we have to check in the MPLAB software. But before going to MPLAB software, we will discuss the flags affected. Carry flag: whenever carry flag is set, whenever there is carry from D7 to out. Okay, but here we are not getting carry out of the 7th bit, so carry flag will not set. Next is digit carry. This is also called as auxiliary carry. So digit carry flag is set whenever there is carry from lower 4 nibbles to higher 4 nibbles, right? So here that is not the case. Carry is not going from lower nibbles to higher nibbles, so auxiliary carry will not set. The next is Z flag. Z flag is zero flag. Okay, when this zero flag is set, whenever the result of arithmetical operation is 0. So here our result is not 0, so Z flag is not set. Third is overflow flag. Yes, our overflow flag will get set. Why the overflow flag is set? Because to set the overflow flag we have two conditions. First, there must be carry from D7 to out, but no carry from D6 to D7. Okay, so here we don't have that case, right? We are not getting carry out of D7th bit, but we are getting carry from D6 to D7. So here for this condition your overflow flag will not set. But second condition is second condition is there must be carry from D6 to D7 bit, but no carry from D7 to out. Yes, this condition we are satisfying this condition. We are getting carry from D6 to D7, but no carry from D7 to out. That's why overflow flag will set. And another, this negative flag will set. Why this negative flag will set? Because this particular D7th bit of a 8-bit number is reserved to indicate sign of a number. Okay, so whenever you are going for signed arithmetic operations, then we will concentrate on this particular bit. So if this particular bit is 1, automatically your negative flag will set to 1. If this bit is 0, this negative flag will remain reset. Okay, so right now we are not concentrating, we are not performing the sign arithmetical operations. That's why we will ignore the negative flag. But as per the conditions we will get two flags one is negate flag and another is overflow flag. Okay, let's check this program with the help of MPLAB software. Okay, so I will open the MPLAB software. Here is MPLAB software. I have double click on the software. Now there is certain change while going for the assembly language programming. So I am designing my project window again so that you will not get confused in C programming and assembly language program. So here I will design a project window again. Project, you can again open the previously saved program, no problem, but to avoid confusion I am redesigning the project window. Hence in the next further videos I will not design the project window again. We will open the saved project. Okay, so go into the project menu, click on the project wizard. Next, here we need to select our IC on which we are going to perform the practical. So PEEK 18F458 and then click on next. Here it will ask to select the compiler. So in active toolsuit I will select microchip C18 toolsuit, and in toolsuit contents I will select MPLAB C18C compiler. This is what we have discussed. Then I will click on browse. Then where you want to save your program, I will save my program on desktop. I will give name as PEEK18F458 to the folder. Then I will double click on it, and in the folder I will save the project as ASM programs. Okay, so by default extension for project file is .mcp. So now click on save, click on next. You have to skip the step number 4, next, and click on finish. So you are ready with your project window. Now click on new file, bring editor window. Here we have to write down the program. Okay, so whenever we are going to write down assembly language program, we have to add one file that is called as inc file. So instruction for that, hash include into the angle bracket P18F458.inc. This instruction is compulsory for all assembly language programs. Okay, then and then only you will be able to write down and get the correct results. Okay, so this is what I need to write down for assembly language program. For C, we will write down hash include P18F45.h. Okay, so program is, our statement is add two 8-bit numbers, take the numbers as an immediate data. So organize at 00h. Second, move LW. What was the data? Let's check the data. Data is 30 and 50. Okay. So move LW 30h, and second instruction will be add LW 50h. Okay, this is what our program is. Lastly, an instruction. So with the first instruction I will copy, or I will load data 30h into W register, and in the second instruction add the contents of W register with this immediate data. So this 30h will get added with 50, and by default result will be stored in W register. So save this particular file. To save, click on save, and choose or select the folder that you have created recently. I have created PEEK18F458 folder, and in the folder I will save as immediate. Here I can write as add.asm. Okay, add.asm. Then click on save. Once you save, you will get these color changes. So you have to add this file into source file. So right click on source file, click on add file, select your file, click on open, and then you have to add linker script. Okay, linker script. So again right click on linker script, click on add files. So here if you want to add the linker script for ASM files, you have to add the file from mpsm suite. Okay, you have to add ASM file from mpsm suite, but for C we add linker file from mcc18 folder, this folder. Okay, this is what the change while going for assembly language program. So I will go into the program files, then I will find microchip folder, and then mpsm suite, and here I will get the lkr. Now I will type down 18f458. I will select the IC. I will open the file. and now I can build my program. I can check errors if any. So I have few warnings. Found the directive in column 1. So this particular first column is reserved to write down the labels, okay, for the loop. So I will just put a tab before my instruction so that warning will be reduced. Okay, I will build the program again. Now here zero warnings and zero error. Build succeeded. Once I have this message, I can check the output. So now to check the output, how I can check the output? I need to go into the view menu and click on watch. So in the watch window, I can bring the necessary registers in which I want to check the output. Okay. So here, what registers I will require? I will require W register. W register. So here in capitals, I need to type symbol name as W register, and another register I will require to check the status flag. The register is status register. So I am going to check these two details only. Except this, I don't require anything except these two registers. Okay. So here we will require W register, and to check the flags affected, we have to check the status register. Okay. So again, I will build the program. Then I will select the simulation. Right now I don't have kit, so I will go into the debugger menu. I will click on select tool, and then fifth option MPLAB sim. Once I will click on this, I will be available with this particular option. Okay, simulation menu. So you again click on build. Once you click on build, you will get this particular green arrow pointed towards this instruction. So this green arrow is nothing but your program counter. Okay, so how to execute the instruction step by step? This is what the option you have, step into. This step into option will execute single instruction, and here you can check the output after execution of single instruction. So right now what should happen after this instruction? After this instruction, 30h should be copied into W register. So let's check the W register whether it is loaded with the 30h or not. Yes, W register is loaded with 30h. Then what is next? Add the contents of W register with this 50h data, and result will be stored in W register. So next instruction. Okay, so addition is takes place and the result is stored in W register. Okay, so 80h is the result, and now we need to check the flags affected. So 00011, 00011, these two flags are affected. Okay, so we will open the PPT. So here 00011. So we have already explained two flags are set. One is negate and another is overflow. Okay, the thing that we have studied theoretically, it is actually matching with the practical. Okay, this is how we can check, we can study, we can learn the instructions in the MPLAB software. Okay, this is what the best benefit of MPLAB software. So I recommend all of you please install this software and try to run the program step by step with the help of this step into option, and try to learn the instructions for PKT in F458. So if you learn the instruction, so it will be easier for you to write down program for the PKT in F458 during the examination. Okay, so let's move further. Now what was the, let's check second condition. What was the second condition? Second condition was, yes, second condition was add two numbers stored at RAM location 30h and 50h, save the result in RAM location 70h. Okay, so let's consider RAM location 30h contains data 10h and RAM location 50h contains 15h. So we have to add these two numbers. So after the addition, result will be 25h. Let's go for binary addition. Okay, let's go for binary addition. So binary of 10 is 0 0 0 0 binary of 15h is 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1. Okay, so go for binary addition. 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 0 0, 1 plus 1 0, carry 1. 0 0 and 1 as it is, 0 0 0 0 0 0. This is what our result is, and by this is particular binary of 25H. If you convert this binary number into hexadecimal, you will get 25 as a answer. Okay, now let's check which flag is affected. So here we are not getting carry from this lower nibble to the higher nibble, so this particular digit carry will flag will not set. Carry flag, yes, we are not getting the carry out of d 7th bit, that's why carry flag will not set. Z, result of our arithmetical operation is not 0, so Z flag will not set. Overflow flag, no carry from d6 to d7 and no carry from d7 to out, so overflow flag will not set. Last bit of this result is not 1, so negate flag will not set. So here no flag will affect during this addition. Okay, so let's write down the program and execute the program. In this particular window I will edit the program in the same. So what uh, what we need to do, we have to add the contents of these two file registers. Okay, so first we have written statements over here. Let's consider RAM location 30H contains 10H and RAM location 50H contains 15H. So first I need to write down, I need to copy the contents of one of the RAM location into file register. So I will copy move f30h comma w, then add wf 50h. Okay, what is next, and copy the result in RAM location. So after that I will write down move ff 50h comma 70h. Okay, copy the data from 50h to 70. This is was the instruction move ff. One thing you should remember here, after addition, after addition, by default, okay, by default, if you are adding the contents of w register and file register, by default result is stored in file register or RAM location, you can say. That's why I'm copying data directly from 50h to 70h. Okay, but in the previous example we have added the data in the w register, so we have not considered, or we have not added any file register or RAM location in the program. So the result by default result is stored in w register, but here that is not the case. Now we have w register and also we have RAM location. So whenever we are adding the contents of w register and RAM location, at that time we have to at that time by default a result of addition will be stored in RAM location. Okay, we will check this by looking the watch window. So click on build option, zero error zero warning, then go into the view menu, click on watch. So here bring the necessary registers to check the output. So we will require w register. So if you want to clear the value of w, so just select it and press 0, press enter. Then next I will require RAM location 30h. So here I have the address of the RAM location, so I will not type down the address in symbol name. I will click on address. Here I will type 30, press enter. Again I will type down 50, I will press enter. Okay, I will press enter. And then lastly, to check the result, I will include 70H RAM location. And lastly again I need to check the status of status flags. So here I will bring the status register. Okay, now we must load the data in order to add the data in this particular program. So file location 30H will have 10H and 50H will have 15. So click on the value. Here we will have 10H, and here simply click on that particular value and type down the value. Okay, so our program counter is over here. Let's check step by step instructions. So I need to click copy the data from 30H RAM location to the W register. So in 30H we have 10, that should be copied in W register. So yes, check this. Now the contents of 30H, which was 10H, is copied into W register. Next, the contents of W register and the contents of RAM location 50H should be added. So in RAM location we have 15 and in W we have 10. So 10 plus 15, it is 25, and result by default is stored in RAM location 50H. We can change the destination of the result, no problem. I will explain that in another video. And lastly, we have asked to copy the data in RAM location 70H. So move FF, move the contents from source location to destination location. So data is copied. And check the status of flags. So status register have value 00 means no flags affected. Okay, this is what the second option. And lastly, we are going to discuss last option to change the add two 8-bit numbers stored at RAM location 101H and 205H. Store the result at RAM location 400H. Now here we have to change the register banks. Okay, so let's assume the data. Let's consider RAM location 101H contains 7H data and RAM location 205H contains 80H. So here I have assumed the data. Now one thing you need to remember, 101 RAM location 101 is the location from register bank 1 and RAM location 205H is the location from register bank 2. Okay, so while adding this data we need to change the register bank. Okay, so first we will go for binary addition, then we will check the MPLAB. So first data is 07, binary of 7 is 00000111 and binary of 80 is 10000000. So go for binary addition. 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 0 1, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1. So here last bit, last D7 bit is 1 means negate flag will set, rest all other flags will remain 0. Okay, so our result is 87H. Okay, 87H. So let's check this with the help of MPLAB software. So I need to type down the program. Instead of typing, I will just copy the program. Wait for a while. I will just copy it so that we can save our time. Yes. Now this is what our program is to copy the data. Copy the data from one register bank to another register bank. See here, this is the only instruction to load the bank select register BSR. So I have already explained 101 is the memory location from register bank 1. That's why first I need to select register bank 1, and after selecting register bank 1 I can copy the data of this RAM location into W register. Okay, then I need to add the contents of W register with the contents of 205, but right now I have selected register bank 1, so I need to shift the register bank. So again I will load 2 into register bank select register so that RAM location which is a part of register bank 2 will be selected and the contents of this and the contents of W register will get added, and then we need to copy the data from RAM location 205 to 400H. Here with this instruction move FF we can copy the data from one file register to any other file register. Here we need not have to change the register bank. Okay, if you change register bank it is okay, if you want to change the register bank it is okay, but whenever you are copying the data from W register to RAM location, definitely it is you have it is must to change the register bank. Unless and until you change, you will not be able to copy the data. Okay, let's run this particular one. Click on build. Once you click on build, then go into the view menu, click on watch. So bring the appropriate register. So I will require status register, but I will add it at last. So what RAM location next I will require BSR register. Then next what I will require RAM location 101H. Next RAM location 205H. Next RAM location 400H. And lastly I will require status register. Okay, status register. So register. Let's clear the value of W register. Click on the value, enter 0 and press enter. So here BSR register should be loaded with register bank 1. So it is loaded with 1. Then copy the data from 101. I need to save the data in RAM location. What data we have taken? In 101 7H and in 205 ATH. So I need to save the data first in 101 7H and in 205 ATH. Okay. So next copy the data of 101 to W register. So 7 will be copied in W register. Yes, it is copied. Then select the register bank 2. So here BSR is loaded with 2. Next, add the contents of 205 with the contents of WH. So they are added and by default result is stored in file register 87H, and then copy that data from 205 to 400H. It is moved into 400. And which flag is affected? 00001. 00001, that is negate flag is affected. Okay, like this you can understand, you can learn any program, maybe assembly, maybe C, with the help of this MPLAB software. Okay, I hope you have understood the assembly language program for addition of two 8-bit numbers. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video.